Your chicken is
All
good.
right. Hello and welcome to Epic Interactions, where a couple guys, a couple girls get together, play some Dungeons and Dragons, drink some coffee, try and stay alive. Speaking of coffee, I completely wanted to get some coffee. Yeah. So as you can see, we are back, and we are going to be continuing to play. As you'll notice, two of our members tonight, Baltimore and Atreya, are not here. Atreya is actually currently moving, and then Baltimore actually had some things kind of come up in life to where he is not going to be joining us. He may be coming back for later events, depending on what happens with his character and roles that are made tonight. So we'll see what happens. Yes, please. So other than that, also... Another big announcement. We are officially Twitch affiliates, just due to some of the streaming that I've been doing, and we actually got a notification that we are now Twitch affiliates. So now you can actually subscribe, you can actually cheer, and we can get bits.
Wait,
Yeah.
we couldn't get subscribers before.
Well, no, we got followers.
Oh, so I was like, wait a minute. What have we been
There's
doing
two
for the
different-
last
Don't
2
worry, BJ,
years?
don't worry. You're playing Emerald super great. Just keep doing Emerald.
God.
So we can get subs now, we can get bits, and we can get cheers. So anybody who's in the chat room or continuous in the chat room, feel free to
Wayside.
do those.
You MVP dog.
Yeah, Wayside.
You MVP dog.
Wayside is he'll probably be.
We
hopping
got
in
you, bud.
at some point tonight. Thank you. So yeah, so that's pretty big, just due to some streaming and stuff. So, and don't forget, through Amazon Prime, you can actually get 1 month of subscribe, like a free subscription to something, for free. So if you have Amazon Prime, we would absolutely love it if you could subscribe to us. But if you have another one that you're kind of fond of, feel free to subscribe to them as well.
But most of you have probably forgot that you even have Amazon Prime. It's always a 30-day trial or something like that, or the 14-day trial, and they do it and they love it and they forget to unsubscribe to the Prime, and now they just have it. They don't even know they have it. So check up on that too.
$59 a month. You better make sure.
You'd be surprised.
It's not that
You'd
much.
be surprised.
For students, it's that much.
So,
for non-students, it's like $90.
I just got my first verbal, so a girl that I play League of Legends with, she actually I just texted her that we were Twitch affiliates because we've been trying to go at it pretty hard, pretty recently. But she said once she gets her first paycheck, she's gonna subscribe, which is only $4.99. It's only $5. So,
$5 to subscribe.
So $5 can get this man a holla on some Twitch stream.
$5
Okay?
holla.
On some Twitch stream.
Is that per month?
Yeah.
Then this is the perfect time to remind everybody why we began this in the first place. We are called Epic Interactions for a reason.
Yeah.
We will possibly put in somebody that you have into our campaign. If you want to be active and a part of it, just be in the chat room, talk with us, talk with the DM, and throw an idea out there. If it seems like something that the DM could possibly throw in, like maybe a health potion while we're fighting something, maybe if you want to throw a cursed item at us, he's pretty evil at times. He will do it. So if you give us some sort of donation or subscribe to us, we will talk with you, we will get in contact with you, and we will tell you, hey, do you have something you want to throw in? And we'll try to work with you to figure out if we can get you a part of all the epicness that we are going through or shittiness that we are going through. But some part of it is going to be an interaction that you will be a part of. So come check it out.
And also, speaking of donations and subscribing, so also keep in mind, too, that half the donations that we get go to military vets just for their service, and the other half does go to the stream. So any donations that you also give go to updating cameras or getting a mic or a boomstick for the mic. All of things of which I'm looking to get in the next couple weeks, hopefully.
Maybe a better table or something like that, whatever.
I have a question about that. Now that we are going to be getting money. On a regular-
Wow, yeah, say it like that,
I'm
BJ,
kidding.
some more.
I'm kidding. No. What organization? Because I mean, we could go give money to a military vet on the street.
Yeah. So
what organization are we working towards?
So,
just so that the viewers.
Yeah. So right now, what's up, bud? So right now, in terms of like the VA or like in terms of veteran affairs or things like that, I was thinking about the VA. But as of right now, what I'd like to do is I'd like to try and hit a substantial number and then donate. Because I wouldn't want to just like be like, hey, we made $20. Here you go. Like I'd like to, even get like to $1,000 and then give 500 of it to, maybe one of us knows of a veteran that is in need. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be like an actual company, but if we happen to know of one veteran, or an actual veteran, and he's in need of something, we'll give to that as well. So
I will say we got our inspiration from Critical Role, and they did for a month what was called Operation Supply Drop, which is something that I think is pretty cool and that I learned from them. It's those care packages they send of everyday civilian things like Xboxes, PS4s, laptops, drum sets, video games, all this kind of stuff that helps them while they are overseas or they're out in the middle of the desert or something like that, where they send them a little piece of life that is still over here that helps them unwind from a long day of doing whatever it is that they have to do. Some of them who are risking their lives trying to defuse bombs, some who are going under gunfire. It's something that they can come back to and unwind and de-stress and stuff like that. And that's something I actually have been looking into and is pretty awesome.
Sorry, side note, I just realized I can make a subscribers chat instead of a regular chat.
That's awesome.
All right, so
that's
anyway,
VIP.
So yeah, that's VIP. Never mind. So
that's behind the scenes.
Yeah. So anyway, to press forward. If you have Amazon Prime, subscribe to either us or something that's free to you. But it helps us out. So other than that, we're going to go ahead and jump on tonight's episode. Where the past 2 weeks we have been kind of AFK or away, just doing whether that be personal things or getting things done. So we last left off as the group was heading toward the dragon, and you guys went on the mountain pass. You guys came to an opening where you had to make a decision. You could either go down below and go through the war zone of the Great Barrier Mountain, or you can go on top and risk being seen by the dragon. You guys decided to go on the top, where now you guys are on the top of a mountain, literally about 10-foot way or little road, so to speak, where on the edges is just a sharp drop down into the mountains below. Making sure that your footsteps are on point, you press forward, kind of like the Lord of the Rings scene where they're all going across the top of the mountains. You just had some... what?
Just cooler.
Just cooler, yes.
Yeah, we're cooler.
More epic?
More epic, that's it. Yeah, just more epic.
Dude! Jeremy, you did not, bro. Is that you? Yeah, you did.
Did you subscribe?
Yeah.
Look at that.
Good shit, Jeremy.
Tier 1 sub.
Good shit. Jeremy, a true team player right now, man.
Right there. So, anyway, pressing forward. So you guys went on top. You guys came under attack under some winter creatures. Can't remember their name right off the top of my head. However, you guys proceeded to...
It's been 2 weeks. Who cares?
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks. Who cares? Moving on! Fuck it! We'll do it live!
We'll do it
live! So pressing forward, we move where you wanted to stop at midnight. We were separated into two groups. We had the first group that consists of Rahun,
BJ, fly me around,
and Sam. And then as our second group was Atreya, Cass, and Baltimore.
No, Sam was the one who cast fly on me, weren't you, Sam?
Oh yeah, it was him.
Virtual fly high five to Sam.
I think I'm an eagle, right?
You're a crow.
No, I'm a raven.
You're a raven. That's it.
Yeah, you're fucking right.
Always a raven.
So
Who doing crow?
So as far as that goes, we'll go ahead and start there. Now, I did have a question though because Atreya and Baltimore would have wanted to stop an hour prior to them. So they're still an hour ahead of you. And you guys, so they would stop at midnight or whatever, make camp at sunset or whatever. But you would still be an hour behind them, and Cass and Atreya both have agreed that they didn't want to meet up with the other side of the group. Did you have any thoughts on that?
Why?
Why would we? We can camp right here.
Well, what was our... I didn't play that game. You played... Or I wasn't playing 2 weeks ago. Why did we make that decision?
What decision? Oh, it was just because Atreya and Baltimore wanted to make a... They were in the mountain and they wanted to just delay. They wanted to rest. That's what they wanted to do. They wanted to rest, and that's why they got pushed out an hour. Because Rahun, Sam, and Emerald were like, "No, we're not resting. We're pushing forward."
All right.
It was essentially, so when we came up to the little fork where we could have either gone down or we could have gone up,
Yeah.
they wanted to wait there, like
Including
a whole,
me?
you weren't saying
and
you wanted to
Baltimore.
wait, but Baltimore and Illyria, right? Or Atreya. Sorry, long day. Baltimore and Atreya wanted to wait there. Like the whole rest of the day that we had, like it was only like 1 maybe,
Okay.
and they wanted to wait the whole rest of the day. And me, Sam, and Emerald were like, "Nope, pressing forward."
Hmm.
So now they're at a point where they're like, "Yeah, we're just not gonna go any further." And we're only like an hour ahead of you, so it's like.
And
Really
because you're on the
that big of a
mountaintop, like I said prior, you
see each other.
can still see each
I'm in
other.
my favorite terrain. I
Exactly,
can
like-
trace. I'm like a night person. Like, let's
Just be the middle woman. Just be the middle woman. Just go.
I mean, you could attempt to make the hour journey yourself.
I'm also the one with the book on the dragons that possibly knows more about this dragon than anybody else in my
Possibly.
party.
You are correct. You do you.
You ain't wrong. girl.
Okay, well, I'm not ready to camp out yet. If you guys feel that you need to take your rest, I'm rested. This is my favorite terrain. I want to keep moving.
Yes.
So you want to keep moving?
Yeah.
Now I know from last
I
week.
see that they're ahead. If you want to camp out here, I'll just go. We can keep an eye on each other. You guys stay and rest. I'm not asking that you come with me, but I'm gonna keep moving.
Yep. You notice as you're talking about that, you notice as the wind kind of picks up, and you can tell like the snow, since it is dark, the temperature does plummet. I need everybody to make a Constitution saving throw. Also, as you guys are doing this, you also realize that it is somewhat snowing, and the snowing starts to pick up almost in a blizzard-like fashion.
What am I rolling?
18. 18, my good bud.
For what?
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, okay.
I don't even have my papers and shit. I'm probably more than you are. God damn.
21.
Also, Blood Ripper, thank you. That's all Wayside for all people that don't know, and he also subbed.
Like I already said it. He's MVP. Did I not say it?
Yes.
I called that.
Sorry.
Called that.
So what's everybody's roll? Jeremy. I didn't hear you, but I saw your mouth move 22. Yeah. Cody or Rahul. Sorry.
18.
18. Cass.
What was great though?
It's been 2 weeks, okay?
What was great was the fact that like you called me by my actual name first, and then called me by the wrong character name.
I know. I gotta get back. I was good. All right.
Dude,
What'd you
you're
get?
good. You're all straight.
Cass.
I got the bourbon.
10.
Oh, 21.
Don't burn
21. Cass. which is almost
Come
perfect. You actually are like bone chilled, like to the point where like you need to get around a fire, or you could potentially catch something.
All right, so I turn back around and I'm like,
So,
never mind.
you try to-
I don't think I'll be going anywhere.
So as the
we
night
light a
kind of as the night creeps in, you set up a fire. Do you set up a fire? Yes. So we have 2 brightly lit fires on top of a mountain.
Oh, whoa. Don't be putting words in my mouth. This is a dim fire, good sir.
Pass without trace still. It's night.
Mind you, we're in a blizzard, so like, how much can it actually see?
Sure.
I mean,
so
still.
so we have 2
What was
slightly fires. As you guys all, does everybody fall asleep? Is somebody staying up?
I can tell. I
Jeremy,
can look
it's
at you,
okay,
Emerald. You're high elf, right?
Okay.
I'm a
Half elf. You still only need 4 hours of rest.
Yeah. No, I need.
Midnight rolls around, I ask the book again.
Because I'm a half.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm a half.
Also, I take out my pocket tent and
That's what I'm
I
saying.
set
That
that up.
doesn't really
Okay.
Dude, you only need 4 hours of rest if you're a half elf.
Do I need 4
I'm a half
hours
elf too.
or
He's
not?
a half elf. He only needs 4 hours of rest, correct? Then Cass has been
I'm a
doing
half
her.
elf too.
No, you're not a half elf.
No, you're.
You're a full elf.
No, you're a wood elf.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
You're a full elf.
Yeah.
So
Get outta here,
anyway,
girl.
Baltimore does
Get outta
tell you
here.
that yes,
Where's
you
your
only need
character?
4 hours, so you are staying up.
Okay. Then I
By the
tell-
fire to keep yourself warm.
Then I tell Emerald, hey,
Mm-hmm.
since the both of you and Sam, both need to actually get like 8 hours of rest or fucking shit so you can catch goddamn
I start to fall
spells or
asleep as
whatever.
he says this.
I'm just saying how stay up so you got.
You actually see as he pulls out his, as you're like kind of starting your rant, he pulls out this small little like what looks like triangle, and then he just kind of just throws it out, and you see as it just kind of just Emerald, it just kind of folds out into a tent, like a 1-person tent, and then as you're saying that, he just kind of crawls in the tent.
Just like I'm back
I just stop while he's like crawling in, and I'm just rude. Sam, since you guys need 8 hours of sleep to do your spells and shit, I'm going to stay up the whole 8 hours, and then next travel tomorrow, I'll sleep while we're traveling, and you just kind of either have him carry me in his claws or some shit, or you cast fly on me, and I'll just half consciously fly with you.
Alright.
Alright, cool. I'll stay
Well,
up.
I have something to do before I go to sleep.
Cool. I stay by the fire and I feed it to make sure it doesn't completely go out, but doesn't get too bright.
Sure. So you guys take your respective rests, and Jeremy, you asked the book what exactly?
This is the farthest point. The sun is the farthest point away from us. Can I understand you now?
You see as the writing in the book starts to manifest, as it slowly begins in ink, we can talk.
Some Harry Potter.
What's he trying to do?
Fucking Tom.
What are you a book of?
Thank you.
Spells, enchantments, things of the dark.
Specifically, what spells and enchantments?
You begin to see part of a spell book start to come to the surface of the actual book. And then you see all the way up to about level 6 spells in the wizard category, and then it dissipates.
Alright. How long are you active?
Until I can no longer speak.
Do you know what time that is?
It has nothing to do with time.
Hey, Sam.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. People are trying to sleep, man.
Oh, you're here for my tennis.
Jeremy?
Sorry, I did not. What was that?
I cast darkness on Rahum.
Okay, so you just immediately, you're just like, whoa.
Hawk. Hawk. Continue.
Can you teach me languages?
I cannot.
So, will the writing disappear until midnight of every night?
The the writing can come alive at midnight.
Will it stay on the paper when midnight goes away? Now that I've seen it?
No. You get the feeling that this book kind of takes power when the night falls, or when the sun goes down.
12:06. All right. Who had you before me?
A god.
Do you remember the god's name?
I am he.
Oh my god.
What is your name?
That will be given in time, if you are worthy.
You're not worthy.
You're the god of one.
You don't see as any markings come up.
That's why I don't want to shut the fuck up.
How long has it been?
If you don't say anything, it'll be for the remainder of the night.
Well, no, I'm going to watch the book because I want to know an exact time frame.
Okay, so right as the sun starts to crest the sky, then you notice that everything on the book kind of goes limp.
Okay.
Very short window.
Wizard spells.
That's a very short window. Here you go.
So,
Careful where you're flipping your
I
hand.
was
Okay?
hitting you with it. I'm sorry.
So as the morning crests, you notice that the blizzard kind of begins to subside. You're okay. You all wake up as you guys should do what?
I immediately look at Emerald. Exhaustion in my face. Carry me, bitch.
You also know that as tonight,
I leave him.
you also know that due to the blizzard and the sun rising, and you notice that more of the condensation on the snow and everything, the clouds begin to take over the mountainside, as you guys can't really see the ground below you. As the clouds, it literally looks like you're walking on clouds.
Nice. I fall into the clouds and I go, please carry me. I'm so tired.
So I turn into a majestic giant eagle.
Yes.
Okay, so you turn. Okay, and you just grab them in your talons.
Correct. Well, I put my pocket tent.
All right, that's what I thought.
I put my pocket tent away.
Okay.
The magical book that we got from, obviously I'm talking to the two. Can either of you learn spells from books?
I might be able to.
Well, here you go, because I can't learn spells from books. It opens up at midnight. It's owned by, it's enchanted by a god that only comes up at midnight.
Oh, I was a god.
The book goes away after sunlight.
Okay. Thanks.
Welcome.
Well, I put the book in my inventory.
Okay, so you put the book in your inventory.
What do I call it?
Book of Spells and Enchants.
There you go.
Ooh. Clever name.
That was easy.
Alright. Never saying that again.
That's none of my business.
So,
Oh, and you can learn. It's got spells that range all the way up to like advanced level wizard spells.
Perfect.
so you guys press forward.
Yep.
You wake up. You see as
choice.
they're starting to move forward. So Baltimore and Atreya gather the things and they start moving forward. You also see as Baltimore kind of takes the endless rope again. He's like, "Hey, do you mind if I grab the endless rope?"
Sure, that's fine.
And you see as he ties everybody back up, him being toward the back. And you guys proceed to move forward, right?
Mm-hmm.
You guys are moving quite, at a consistent pace. I need everybody to make 3 dexterity saving throws.
I'm asleep and being carried by somebody else.
Oh yeah, you're flying though, so you don't need to make a dexterity saving throw.
Woohoo.
Ooh.
Yeah, we smart.
Is it still snowing outside?
Very lightly. Yep.
Yeah.
Before I roll that, I'm going
And
to
I have a freaking
use my
+9.
I know. Good shit. All of them are great.
The fire, and I'm going to wreath myself
You're
in
gonna
fire.
be the reason why they're gonna all slip, and you're like,
Okay.
no.
There's no duration, so as long as I want to, I can hold it there.
Just your fire area.
I'm covered in fire, and it doesn't burn any of my stuff.
Okay. So
Bet.
you're making a dexterity saving throw, yeah?
You said 3, right?
3. Yep.
Yo. She's just gonna be like holding on to the rope while they're all dangling from the mountainside, and she's just
Is it
walking.
them or us?
Who's them? No. It's everybody that's on the mountain currently.
Okay.
Not flying.
Not flying.
Not me.
Not me.
Or you. Yeah.
Okay, well,
Yo, beat it. Clutch. Thank you.
23, 14, 13.
24, 13, 14. Okay, you
23,
save.
14, 13.
natural 20, 26, 20. I know.
Make a strength saving throw.
Yep, called it.
What?
That she was gonna be the one holding onto the rope while they're dangling, hanging for their lives.
17.
17. So, as you're walking, and you know it's kind of hard to watch while you're on the clouds. You kind of hit an icy patch real quick, not thinking anything of it because you've kind of hit a couple of these prior. You go forward as all of a sudden.
Sorry, mountains are my favorite terrain. Does that help with any saving throws?
It might.
It might give her advantage.
It might. Let's look real quick.
Man, girl. Yeah.
Straight Ranger coming in clutch.
Favorite terrain? Favorite enemy?
Alright, favorite terrain. It does not.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
You tried.
It's all good. It's all good.
However, your proficiency bonus is doubled if you have a skill that you're proficient in. So, are you proficient in strength?
Yes.
I am.
You are? So,
Yes.
So you double your proficiency modifier.
So now that goes up to 8. So that's 12 instead of an 8. So you add 12 to that 13 that you just rolled.
No, I only rolled a 9.
Ah.
So 21.
But still 21.
But still.
Alright, still. That's good. That's good. So, as you're walking, you hit that icy patch, as I said prior. And all of a sudden you hear both Atreya and Baltimore, the whole line just goes tight as they both slip off the mountain. And you can barely see Atreya as she's grabbing onto the ice, and she's just constantly keeping moving up, just trying to make sure that she's staying alive. But you also realize you're holding onto the rope as you felt the rope tug as you tighten up just to hold everybody in.
Mm-hmm.
And you see as Atreya's scrounging, but you don't see Baltimore. However, as that line goes tight, you hear a large snap. And it sounds like the bones of something.
Nice.
Oh my god! Are you guys okay?
Atreya's like, help me up, help me up!
I'm trying! And I, pulling the rope as hard as I can.
Oh, so you pull on the rope?
I'm like, yeah.
Sure,
I'm
make a
bracing
strength check.
myself as hard as I can to pull them up. Where is... 20, not natural.
20 not natural? So you're able to get Atreya as she kind of crests over, and she's like, where's Baltimore? Where's my brother? And she's looking over as you're kind of straining to look as you guys almost have to get on your hands and knees, but between both of you can hold his weight. Looking down, you see as he's just kind of there on his back, like he's tight here,
Mm-hmm.
right, tight at the waist. However, you notice that his legs, like his whole waist, just went down. You can almost kind of guess that the bottom of the spine has snapped.
Oh my god.
What the heck?
You see that he's still in full plate mail. He's carrying all the weight. I need both of you. I need you to roll another dexterity saving throw and strength saving throw.
That's some serious whiplash, guys.
You said dexterity and strength saving. I don't know if I'm proficient in it again. Is it the dot?
Yeah,
So then I get to add that.
Correct, but you get to double it because it's your favorite terrain.
You double the proficiency amount.
That's
So
what
then
I'm saying.
I actually did better than that last time.
Yeah,
Because
but
I didn't double it. I just
correct.
did it
But so from here, so now it would be 8 on 8 and 8 on 11. So that's 19.
What I thought it was a saving throw, so I don't get to just add that.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Don't listen. Go. Dude.
Wait, so don't I add this and add double the proficiency bonus?
Correct.
So.
Well,
So 35? That doesn't make sense.
so
Right.
these already have the +4 that are with it. So just add 4 on top of these.
Oh, got it. It's okay,
We got it. 2 weeks.
So
Brushing them
what
off.
was your
31.
dexterity saving throw?
31.
It's 31. So you maintain your balance as go ahead. Strength. As you see as Atreya, she goes to lean over and again slips as her body
22.
goes again toward
22.
22.
Nice.
Yeah, you make the save as you do again
Man,
with
they're
you
testing me right
you again withstand Atreya's weight as she's on the floor. However, it doesn't look good. And Atreya tries to make a couple more saves, and that's a natural 1.
Shit.
So you see as she goes to try and touch the rope, to bring herself up, as the rope extends another 20 feet, and she tries to catch it again, being an endless rope. Again, you hear another come from the back end. As at this point, Baltimore kind of looks at you guys, and you see as tears kind of start to well up in his eyes, as this doesn't look good for him. He knows that he's on his last straw here. He begins to look at both of you, and he looks at Atreya, and he just says, "Atreya, you mean the world to me." And then he looks up at you, and in Draconic, he says, "I love you." And he pulls out the sword, and he slices the rope, as you just see him descend into the grayness of the mountain. However, with his weight, the plate mail, everything that he was carrying, the rope immediately lets loose some more weight, so that way you can pull up with success. Yes, Sam.
Never mind. We're good.
Okay, so frantically, not having time to process what happened, I'm gonna pull Atreya up as fast as I can.
And she's scrambling to go after him. She's like, "No, we need to save him."
Atreya, he's.
You see as she just bursts into tears. You still see as the first group is still walking.
Atreya, we can't save him now. He's already down the mountain.
We can save him.
Atreya, I can't hold much longer. I need you to help me get yourself back up on the mountain, or we're not saving anybody. I'm holding on as hard as I can here.
She's like, "Just extend the rope. I'll go find him." You know there's not much.
So I just continue pulling the rope up as hard as I can, against her struggling. But I'm like...
And she just gets up. She's just bawling. And she's like, "Why would he do that? Why would he do that? He's so stupid."
I just hug her. I pull her back up, and we sit down on the mountain, and I just embrace her and let it hit me too.
And you see as she somewhat turns, and she's like, "What?" She's like, "They could have saved him. They could have saved him."
What does she mean by that?
You can tell she's kind of gesturing toward the front of the group. The one that has flying. 2 of them have flying. One has the strength to be able to pull up anybody, pretty much.
Also, kind of unfavored terrain.
You are?
I'm a mountain dwarf.
It's not favored, but
I'm a mountain dwarf. Sorry.
And she just
serious.
kind of consoles within you. She's just crying in your arms. As your
And
whole
I cry too.
just
I'm
breastplate
like,
is just.
and I'm
soaked.
sitting there crying with her on the mountain. We're having a moment.
Okay. You 3, you notice that the group behind you stopped. Like they're
Asleep.
not, and you only see 2 heads. Oh yeah, you're out.
So, is Sam? Is he walking beneath me? Is it?
Yes.
So, I kind of like hover for a bit. And remind me, can I speak common as an eagle? I can't, right?
No, you speak the
language of the eagles. So I kind of hover, and I look back over at the area, and I look down at Sam, and I like kind of give him like just like in some possible way, just like an animal's expression of concern for the group behind.
Okay. Sam, you get this like weird looking eagle.
Shoebird, go away.
You see, he's carrying me.
Check your
I
Twitch.
thought you were flying.
I'm on it.
Somebody just gifted you a tier 1
holding
sub.
him.
Well, shit.
So he says, "Shoebird, fly away," and that's exactly what I
Okay.
do. And I fly back to the group.
To that group.
Yes.
Okay.
What?
So Sam, you are now you are slowly being left by yourself as he started the bird began to go back toward the group.
Alright, I turn and keep walking the direction that we were heading.
Okay. So you see as Emerald comes up with tired Rahoon on the back.
Wait, that was an hour out. What would they have done in that hour?
Cry.
Okay.
They're women.
Yeah, we're sitting there.
Wow.
What?
No.
There's nothing
No.
wrong with that.
No.
You can't go back.
That is dumb.
No, we're in 2019.
Dumb.
We're in 2019. You can't go back from that one. You have to explain that.
Yo, women have come a long way, okay?
You're gonna have to
I
I am married to an
explain
awesome
that
one.
later.
So anyway,
Yeah.
The
so
hole's digging deeper.
so you see as Emerald's eagle form comes and lands.
Yeah, I just kind of drop Rahun off to the side.
You just okay. Make a strength dexterity saving throw with disadvantage, Ryan.
Okay.
Since you just threw you on the mountain.
A strength saving throw with disadvantage?
Yeah.
Okay, I still got a 13.
Okay, that's not bad. So you like drop and you're like ugh, and you like look for ground and you're like yeah okay I'm on ground, and you 3 are there.
I'll pick myself up and brush myself off, and I'll look at him and go, "What the fuck, old man?"
So I'm still as an eagle, and I look down at the 2 women that are crying.
I look back. Why are you crying? Where's Baltimore? Alright, cool. Endless rope, please.
It's still tied around your waist.
I start to untie it from her. Do you allow me?
Mm-hmm.
I start to tie it to myself. Alright, guys. I take
Am I
out...
like exhausted after that mental or that physical
Um,
effort I just extended? I felt like I was holding them up on the.
I wouldn't say exhausted, but you're tired.
Okay.
And I mean your eyes are puffy. I mean you've been crying. Like you can't really make sense of what's happening right now. Like it doesn't seem real.
Yeah.
Alright. I check my stuff real quick, and I take out my double axe. I stick one end of the rope and stick it into the axe, kind of like on the hilt, and stick it into the ground, and I'll be like, alright, I'll go find him.
You two, yeah. Cass, make You already know from, actually both of you would know, being in this mountain, his plummet was probably close to endless. Like, just a massive plummet. And also with as much snow there was.
We'd never find him, ever.
So, I'm gonna dive down as an eagle
Sure.
and just scout the area.
That's probably a little easier, actually.
So you just go down?
So I'm gonna go down
Rahun,
and
I
just
think,
kind
is
of
really going.
investigate the area and see if I can find his body.
Sure.
Nope, he ain't gone.
So I go.
So, I mean-
no check needed. You don't find him.
How long did it take me?
To get down?
Yeah.
If you kept going, it'd be a half a day.
Oh my god. So I go down for about 30 minutes.
Sure.
And I just kind of fly and hover and I look to see how far down.
I mean, now granted, you see
Yeah.
ledges, but
Yeah.
you don't see a definitive down.
No, I would go out some and see if I can attempt to see a bottom, knowing that I'm not going to find one. So I go back up.
And I'm talking to Cass, and I'm like, nah, he's not gone. He's just down there talking to his god or whatever, and just taking care of things. He'll be back. He'll be back.
So I come back up. And I come back to them. And
Look, see, Emerald's back. He's definitely got Baltimore.
I come back and I transform into myself.
You got Baltimore with you, right?
And I slowly shake my head no and put it down.
You have Baltimore, right?
And at this
I
point,
go up and I just hit him in the face.
so I'm gonna try to.
Sure.
Obviously,
You haphazardly move your head.
Yep.
He's not gone. I won't accept this. He's gonna be back.
And I.
Better not fucking tell me he's gone, Emerald.
And I just shake my head.
And we're bawling again.
And yeah, I don't say anything, but I'm crying. And I personally take a vow of silence. I don't know how long it'll be, but I just don't say anything.
This motherfucker. When I see him, I swear to God, I'm gonna fucking kill him.
As you guys are somewhat together, you notice that the clouds still maintaining their altitude, the blizzard lights up. You begin to see, slowly as time kind of passes, the clouds begin to separate in just a weird kind of fashion. But sunlight begins to break through as you see the rays of the sun breaking through the clouds, hitting very oddly the area in which Baltimore kind of put in on either mountain, but more or less in there. I need everyone to make a religion check except for Sam.
That is the one stat I don't have memorized. What is it based off of?
Wisdom, probably.
Oh, okay, cool.
We got something.
Easy then. That's a
Wait,
9.
religion is wisdom? Then why did I say anything then? Wouldn't it be that?
Yeah, wisdom would be +4 then.
I didn't even put that there.
No.
It says intelligence, that's why.
Oh, religion's intelligence, not
Oh,
wisdom.
my bad. Sorry.
I shouldn't have said
I got a 10. No, I got a 9 still. It's still a base 0.
Okay.
19.
19.
17.
17. So you got 19 and 17. So you both see it as Rahun's still just kind of shut down. You both kind of take a moment to look up, and you notice that the clouds have kind of created what looks like a makeshift of Marlesh's symbol. However, with the way it looks, the symbol looks broken.
And to
Because he never got
myself,
to bring Marlesh back.
So to myself, and having been
and you know that being the last known, like you are only as strong as your followers, and he was the last one.
So he's no longer.
Based on what you see, that it looks broken.
So I will kneel down and I will get into a prayer stance and I will pray.
Okay. What are you praying?
I pray for.
Sorry if I made you very emotional.
I pray for Baltimore's soul, for all of those who crossed his path, his journey, his upbringing, what he meant to me, what he meant to all of us, what he meant to Marlesh, the things that he will never accomplish, or that we think he will never accomplish, and what his goals and his compassion and his ultimate love for everything on this realm, what it meant to all of us. And that wherever his soul does go on, that he's accepted and that he's taken into that area a lot better than he was brought into this realm, knowing his background and everything like that. And then I'll just pray for guidance and for the rest of us, and finding what own personal strengths and answers that I need in this vow of silence that I've now taken up, and however long that may be.
Okay. Is there anything that anybody else would like to do?
I'm pacing back and forth, and I keep mumbling and saying, "That fucking bastard. Fucking bastard. I'm gonna kill him."
You see as the frost giant takes off what clothing he does have, completely scarred on front and back. Like you'd actually see, like it looks normal to you. You're like, oh, like this guy knows what he's doing. However, you notice that on his rib, you see as there's a series of slashes or marks that has been made, and you see as he goes up to Atreya as he pulls off a small dagger, asks her for a small dagger, she gives it, and he goes and cuts a notch, and kind of like takes his hand, makes his hand like blood, and you see as he begins to start doing like a giant ritual for the deceased.
I start frustratingly walking forward, continuing the path.
So Atreya kind of gets up and she's like, "So you're just willing to walk away?" Still crying.
I just keep walking, and I just eventually get to a point where I'm pretty far away, maybe like just an earshot away. I pull out 2 mugs, I sit them down, I fill one up, I fill up mine, and I leave the one that's filled up just next to me.
You might want to pull up the mic a little closer just because I'm having a hard time hearing you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like an earshot away, fill up both the mugs. Just keep one of them filled, just sitting next to me while I just look over the mountain range and drink the other one.
Atreya kind of looks at all of you and she's like, "I want to leave something here. I want to know where he was at.
I'm going to build a memorial.
I want to do something."
Okay.
Rahun, as you're also kind of looking off the mountain edge and just kind of taking everything in, you also begin to see as Sam, he is probably about another hour out, just still walking the mountainside.
Did he have anything that he left behind? Like something small that I could like tie around my wrist or something?
Unless you kept something on your person. had the trunk? Okay. I was like, did he have the trunk? It was because he had the shield.
There's not much I can do about Sam walking the cliffside. He's still walking the cliffside. I mean, he's walking the cliffside.
I'm just saying, it doesn't look like he made any attempt to stop or come back.
Yeah, no, dude.
So, on the edge of this mountain, where he would have perished, I'm going to start to erect a small homage, per se.
Sure. What are you using?
Wall of stone.
Okay.
Are there any stones around us?
Not that you could see. I mean, you know that if you dig down deep enough, you'll find stone, but...
Really? We're on a mountain and we can't find a rock?
It's buried in snow. You're on the top of a mountain. Full of snow.
And clouds.
And
So,
yes.
And given that fact, and I'm not like the best architect, but I'm gonna try to like create a level like stone slab and then have it be like 4 walls and like a covering.
Okay.
It's gonna be very small.
Yeah, but it's something.
Yes.
Okay. So we'll let you guys kind of do that as everybody's coming. You guys finally make this small little place of being for him. Or what are you guys staying there? Do you guys press forward? Do you?
I think I'll leave inside of it. No, I'm gonna carve some stuff out.
Sure. So you're gonna, I mean, to carve out, it's gonna take some time, like to build it and everything. So
Yeah.
I mean, how long are you planning on being the day here?
No, I would say like
Half a day?
half a day maybe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Half a day.
Do you stay about a half a day?
I said as long as the group needs.
Half a day. Sam, are you gonna continue walking for a half a day?
I'll rest.
Yes. Sounds good. Atreya's gonna stay there, and she's also gonna etch some things out too. We'll take a quick break just so that way I can use the restroom. And we'll be right back after this short break. All right. So as half day begins to kind of creep in, with you guys creating the structure, etching out your memories, or what have you into the walls, just kind of leaving a memento of what was Baltimore, hoping that maybe one day something can happen to where you might see him again. However, based on the signs that you have seen, it does not look like that will happen. As you guys kind of gather yourself, knowing that there's a mission to be done, knowing that there's a dragon that could come swooping down on you at any moment, you all reluctantly begin to push forward. That is a question.
Well, I'm an earshot out, so they would have to walk towards me, so I'm waiting for everybody to get close to me. So, that's up to you guys. What do you do?
Atreya,
Yeah,
we need to keep moving.
I know. See if she just kind of puts her hand up on the gum wall and she's like, I love you, brother, even though I didn't know you as much as I would like to. And you see as she runs her fingers down the wall as she's walking down the mount toward Rahun. And then she finally lifts her fingers, giving that sense of release.
Hell yeah, hit them high notes, Mariah Carey. Sorry.
And so you guys all begin, they catch up to you. Do you do anything as
they all kind of get up to me, I let them all get in front of me, and then I'll pick myself up, dust myself up, pick up the cup that was filled, toss it over the mountainside, put the cup away, and continue forward.
As you pick it up, as you all are standing there, before you leave, Atreya just kind of looks at each of you as the sun is now clear and you know, hitting each of your faces. Let's kill this dragon for Baltimore.
I just pull out my great axe. And I just continue walking forward.
And she goes. You guys all move forward.
I hand her the bag that has the ale. Does she accept?
Yep.
Nice.
Knowing Lindsay, she would. Yeah.
Yeah.
And she'll probably, like, she doesn't take a swig. She just, like
it's a chunk.
Yeah. And as you guys begin to press forward, Sam, you're going to hit it first. You're actually going to come up to the mountains where they finally meet back up again. And you know that you are just north of the Frost Giant Village.
Alright. Do I see the lake? Or am I still not close enough to see the lake?
You're about 2 days out from the lake. It was 3 days from where you're at to the Frost Giant.
Well, I'm going to keep a very, very healthy distance away from the Frost Giant Village, and I'm willing to go around it in the direction towards the dragon.
Okay. So you keep moving. So you guys get there. It's about nighttime. You don't see Sam at all. He's nowhere in sight. But you guys do finally meet where the mountains finally meet the mountaintop. As you guys are in between two large shelves that have about a 10-foot gap in between. And you know that there's a pathway that if you look up ahead, it kind of turns right. There's two pathways. You have one that kind of goes forward and then one that curves off to the side. You know that pathway curving off to the side will go down into what seems to be the Frost Giant area.
Is that in the direction that we want to go, towards the dragon there?
No, but going down would be the Frost Dragons. We want to continue.
Oh, but they're not like on the way to the lair, is what I'm asking.
Correct, they are actually. Yes, you were right. They're the first thing we would hit before we go to the Frost Giant, the dragon. But regardless, it's nighttime. It's camp time.
Should we stay here in the middle of this passage?
I kind of look around at everywhere else we are. I'm like, this is kind of the only background we got.
And Atreya just kind of looks at Emerald, and she's like, "Hey, cave, bear, let's do it. We can't stay out here."
I throw out my pocket tent.
Didn't do anything. So
I look around for a cave. Or she meant like he made
get into a bear and make a cave, like or something they can dig.
Yeah.
Well, if we're in the passageway, are we protected by the weather in any sort of way then?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So at least we have the protection here from these walls. Should we just camp here in the middle of the passage? We can makeshift like shanty thing up against the wall and make it.
I don't know at this time, Cass.
You notice as the frost giant also kind of looks at you guys, he goes, "They do patrol this at night."
Then please lead the way. Where is a safe place we can camp that is away from your patrol?
Away. I don't know of any. I took the underside of the mountain.
We will then we will backtrack a little bit.
Being
then.
the ranger in the group, do you guys want to camp out here a little bit, and I will go scope out a place where we might be able to call it a night?
That sounds like a fantastic idea.
Okay, stay warm. I won't go outside of a 1 mile radius. Half-mile radius. 0.25 miles.
I know, I'm totally cool with how far you go or whatever you want to do. Is how are we going to contact each other?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's kind of what I thought.
He can go turn into a raven and check on me.
I look at the man who's inside the pocket tent.
Hey, Emerald.
I'm in it.
Hey, Emerald.
I poke my head out.
I'm going exploring for a little bit. If I'm not back in 30 minutes.
I look at my wrist. There's nothing on my wrist. I just look at it. And
If I'm not back in 30 minutes, I need you to turn into a raven and make sure I'm, not dead on the side of the mountain. Okay, so I will cast. I guess it's not really a spell. Pass Thought Trace. Do you cast it?
It is a spell. Yes, you cast it.
I will cast Pass Thought Trace on myself, and I'm gonna go adventure a little bit.
Okay. So, you press forward by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys all stay, and you go up further ahead. You go straight, right? You don't go toward the frost giant area.
Correct, and you were proficient.
33.
Hold on. Add another
Plus
4.
that.
Add another 4 to that.
37.
37. Okay. So, and you go straight, right?
Well, yeah, I guess I will.
Okay.
I was gonna try and look within a half-mile radius or something.
Well, remember you're in between two.
Okay, well I guess I have to go straight then. Yeah.
Okay. So you go straight, and you notice, and you keep going, you keep going, you keep going. You probably go for about 10, 15 minutes or so.
Okay.
And you notice that there does seem to be like a little small ledge that you can kind of climb on. It kind of looks almost man-made, but not quite. As it kind of leads up, and then you notice that there seems to be a small pocket of like some kind of small cave that all of you could fit in.
I'm gonna go check it out stealthily.
Sure. So you go check it out, and you kind of go up there stealthily, obviously. And from the cave, you can see a small, what seems to be like candle or something that's burning in the back.
Oh, somebody's in there. Or has been in there.
And what you hear is the wind blowing through the mountains. That's what that is.
Well, I'll get as close as I can and kind of like try and peek in there or listen.
Sure, make a
to
perception
the
check.
door, see if I can hear anything.
Stop rolling.
It's still a 20.
20?
Not natural.
Not natural. So you're looking as
over 15 though.
you see what looks to be
The pink one?
Yeah.
a gnome is kind of in the back, kind of almost like what's the elf? What's the half elf or the house elf in Harry Potter?
Dobby.
Not Dobby, the other one.
Oh, the mean one?
Creature. So there's a gnome that kind of looks like Creature, and he has like that same like mean, like angry face on as he's holding the candle, and you see as he's got like a little setup as he's just minding his own business. Seems to be like nose deep in a book.
Nah, I get it because he's all nose.
Well, knowing what I know about them, are they like nice at all?
Have you ever met one before?
I don't even know the backstory. I know that's.
Do I have any sense of like feeling like it would be a bad idea to just knock on the door and say hi to this thing?
You want to knock on what door?
Well, I mean like get his attention.
You can if you'd like.
Hello? Hello? Hi, my name's Cass. Do you live here? Is this your home? Do you speak common? Is he ignoring me?
It almost sounds like he can't hear you.
Inside, okay. Well then I'll like walk right in his line of sight kind of thing.
So you like walk up to him?
Yeah. I mean I don't
Because
wanna,
you're like
I don't
down the
I don't
way.
wanna like totally invade his space, but I wanna like move in his line of sight so I get his attention.
Okay. Well, you'll get his attention before you even get in his line of space, because, like
Okay.
I said, he's in the mountain. So, like, you're, like, down at the cave entrance, and he's, like, down. That's why I said you see a small candlelight.
Okay. So I walk in. Well, I'm going to assume that he. Okay. I'm gonna walk in.
Sure. So after some time, he kind of catches the glimpse, and he's like, "Where at? Come it! Damn it!" Leave! As he
Wait!
as he throws like a rock, and then he's like,
Wait!
You see as he picks up a metal contraption, you've never seen it before, and he just leave, and you see as it goes, but this time you see as there's a little spark on the end of it, not knowing what it is, you're gonna have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. Well, what's that? 16.
So as it lands, you realize that there seems to be some kind of sparking fire at the end of this metal contraption as you just hear as you just like jump out of the way, just barely missing some of the damage. You know that this is not a good area.
Alright, well, I'll leave the cave. I'm not going to try and be nice with this thing.
Oh, okay. So you begin to
At
leave.
least not by myself.
Sure, yeah. So you leave.
Okay, so.
And make a perception check.
Damn. 15.
Yeah, you hear it. So as you leave, you hear him kind of go back to his wagon and he goes, "Damn giants, you leave me the hell alone!" As you walk out. And now you're back in this mountain little pass.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go back and tell the group.
So you go back to the group.
Alright, I found a place up the hill. Though a goblin, not a goblin.
Why are you covered in soot?
I found a cave. A gnome has taken up residence in it and seemed to think I was a giant and threw this exploding thing at me.
I fucking hate gnomes.
Let's chase him out of the cave. It's a safe place for us to
I'll
camp.
beat the fuck
All
out
right,
of him
well,
out of that cave.
I didn't take care of him by myself because he threw this thing at me, but he's alone and he's in a safe spot where we could camp for the night.
It's fucking murder. I got a lot of pent-up anger.
Operation Assassin, let's go.
This is now an evil campaign. We lost our cleric.
We lost everything. Alright, so. Okay.
I mean, I probably could have taken him out myself, but I didn't want to, kill like a...
Okay. So you all go to the cave? Yeah?
Correct.
Okay. So
And he seems to be kind of hard of hearing.
so you guys get to the cave, and then
as we're walking, I write on some parchment. I just write out who we are and what our intentions are.
Okay. So you finally get to the cave, and you see it. It's the same. It's small, little steps, but it's almost like only somebody that would be looking for this would actually see it, because it just kind of looks like mountainside that's in the side of the mountain. But
I just have the picture in my head. So let's just walk in and take up residence like Gandalf and everybody does in The Hobbit, they just walk in and make themselves at home.
What the fuck are you talking about? What is Gandalf?
So
Who's
are we,
Gandalf?
are we outside of the actual...
Cass, are you okay?
Let's
How many
just
fingers
walk-
am I holding up?
It's
Are
just
we
one
outside
gnome.
of
Let's
where it
just
is?
walk in and
well, you
take up
see
residence
the little
like it's
side
a totally
is it's in
normal
the
thing
side
to
of the
do.
mountain pass, and then it's kind of
And then
it's
if
kind
he
of
throws
12 feet
something
up in the air.
at you,
So
though.
I
He
go...
thought
He
it was a
clearly
giant. It
is-
was kind of comical.
You both see as
well,
Emerald
that's
just
not good. Then.
starts moving up. And okay, so you're at the mouth of this small cave.
He
So
threw
I
the
walk
bomb
in.
thing at me and
All right,
said,
so you
"Damn
walk in
giant,
and
leave
you
me
see
alone."
a gnome, ugly
Let's
in
go.
nature. I mean, you
Go
know that
help
some
Emerald.
gnomes are nice, some are just ugly and mean.
Go
And you
help
know that
Emerald.
they seem to be natural
Okay.
trinket people. Like they love building things.
Mhm.
And you see he's just kind of there, and he's
Is he asleep or is he awake? Is he reading?
from what you can gather, he seems very tired at a book.
Okay, so I go over and I unravel the note that I have and I put it over the book. while he's
Well,
reading the page.
before you do that, about halfway in,
Mhm.
again you see his his ears kind of twitch, and he kind of, damn chap.
So I'm gonna make movements to go quicker now, realizing that and I go up and I see that he's
Yeah,
trying to
he's
do everything.
reaching, and you hear a bunch of mechanical jumbling.
and I go and I put it in front of right in front of and I hold up the letter and I give it to but I in a very non-aggressive gesture, just kind of I actually get down on one knee. I get down on one knee and
that's just good role playing.
I get down on one knee and I give it to him.
What does it say? And he's like,
And it
You
in
get on
common
one knee or 2 knees?
one knee. And it has written out, "Hello, my name is blah blah blah. I have these many party members, and these are our intentions.
And we're taking over your cave until...
We seek homage on the mountain for the time."
This time I have my like shield prepared in case he throws one of those
Well,
things
he
again.
went
I'm
up ahead of you,
deflecting
so
it
you're
like out the
you're
door.
like down, you're like over here, like halfway in the cave.
Yeah.
So you're about halfway in.
If he throws something, I'm
And
like,
knowing
swatting it.
that like I've got this giant trunk on my back, I'm on one knee and I'm like, I'm old, so it's I put the trunk down in front of him.
Sure. Sure. So you see as he takes a look at the trunk, shrugs it off, and he goes, "Yeah, you went to stay here, man. Get! And you see as he like pulls out like some metal like big rod that has a hole on the end.
Mm-hmm.
You've actually seen one of these prior back at Tortola with the cord as the cannons, the small little cannons.
I thought you were gonna say a gun. That
he has a small little cannon that he's holding, and he's like,
Oh, I'm going to.
Okay, so I
take that
immediately
from
take
him.
out my vial of essence of
You go
nightshade
rip it out
and
of
I try
his
and put
hand?
it on
fuck yeah.
his skin.
Oh my god.
Okay,
It's so satisfying.
make an initiative.
Okay.
I'm waiting outside the cave because I tell Cass to go up and help Emerald as I now turn around to our frost giant and go, "You heard her."
What was that?
I go, "You heard her. You don't like frost giants."
Wait, I'm sorry. Did I miss something?
The frost giant's with us.
Yeah.
And Atreya.
Yeah.
We are now at the mouth of this cave of the gnome,
Yeah.
who does not like frost
and I had
giants.
told them
Oh, yeah,
that
yeah.
he.
And so I'm at the mouth of the cave, turning around, looking at the frost giant in the face, or looking up to him and going, "You heard her. You don't like frost giants."
Yeah. Okay.
I look at him to see what his response is, but continue with that.
He doesn't seem to like really care. But he just seems like his mission is to get to the dragon. But in terms of this gnome, you can tell that he probably doesn't really care for gnomes. Like,
I don't either,
Yeah.
but I want to wait.
Yeah.
So continue with them, then we'll talk it out.
Sure. What was the roll?
I got a 17.
Oh, he got a natural 17. So
Oh.
he goes first. As you go to whip out your vial, he's just like, "I said get!" And you hear a as you see this ball just come straight out of this little cannon. And
drop to the floor. Is my movement?
does a 18 hit you?
It does.
Oh,
Was
actually no,
stealth
he has
or-
disadvantage because you are in front. Nope, he rolled a natural 19 on that. So, so that does hit you.
Yes.
All right.
It's a spell save DC, right? That's what I'm. Or what am I? What would save?
It's not. It's your AC.
Oh, my AC. Okay, yeah, he's still beating.
Yeah. So he's gonna do 35 points of bludgeoning / fire damage.
Okay.
As you just see the ball just kind of, you do like you take the ball like straight, so you like go back into the cave. You see as Emerald gets shot essentially, and hits the wall of the cave. And he goes, and he kind of turns off to the side as now he's looking at.
Well, I pull a bow on him.
Sure, yeah, go ahead and
Drop the cannon.
Hear this.
Oh yeah, you hear the.
I
you all hear the-
immediately look at the frost giant and go, "Fuck this, no!" And go right into the mouth of the cave.
Okay.
So, do I get a rebuttal or not?
No, now you do. Cause it's just I was explaining to them what they get. Because you're gonna roll initiative before you draw a bow.
How big is this cave?
You're still catching up.
I mean, it's probably about 40 feet in.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I said. But the thing is, he has something that allows him to know when somebody's 20 feet out from him.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Wand of Fireball directly
Okay.
at
Hey,
him.
well, I got 15
Okay.
though.
Oh well,
I
it's
got a
40
natural
feet long. It's only like 10 or 15 feet wide.
Well, either way,
Whatever
he's already
modifier.
I'm gonna take a couple steps
so
back
I
You're
can't-
on the wall.
to the center.
Oh, you're gonna try and pull 20 feet out. Okay, yeah.
One,
Yeah.
Okay.
which is Emerald,
And
player
cast
two,
Wand of
which
Fireball.
is the little gnome.
Okay, so you cast Wand of
They're
Fireball.
fighting right now.
How much
You are
damage are you
not
doing?
even a part
Or
of
what's
the
the...
equation.
Yeah, you just roll the damage and I roll the...
I actually
Just
don't know
roll
what the
around
damage is. I've never used it before. It's the first time.
I think it's 6d8. Or no, it's 8d6s for a full-fledged fireball.
Wait.
But for it's how many
Procs?
yeah, how many procs? 3?
I'm not using all
So other
3.
creatures don't
Okay,
gain
so
advantage
it's
on
for
attacks.
every level above. So
So
if you use the first one, it's 1d6,
sneak up on us.
2d6, 3d6 for all 3 notches.
That's when if somebody gives us.
Oh, so it's 3 dice if I want to use
all 3 notches.
Okay, then I'll use all 3.
They had
Okay.
the first round, but now you have to actually add yourself into the system.
He rolls a natural 17 for what's your DC?
My spell.
With your, there'll be a
Your
new
spell-
round
17.
that's
17,
from
so yeah,
the
he's
top
gonna
of
save.
whatever there, and
So he'll
then
take half the
and then
damage
you
wherever
are
you
part
put out.
of this round,
Okay.
and depending on what
D6?
yours was, which is 15,
Yeah, 3d6s.
will determine
That's
where
it.
you
I
are.
thought
in
it
this
was
new
more.
round.
For fireball, not firebolt.
Yeah, fireball.
Yeah.
A regular natural fireball is 8d6s. It's like a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you have a wand of fireball,
know.
which just re-ups everything.
Oh.
So
You
yeah,
have like the breakdown.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still a decent.
Yeah, I mean, it's
All
not
your
what I was
spells that you have
hoping.
is
Like, he did
college.
far more damage than I did.
They're all.
Oh, he's also look at the weapon he has.
So, that's 13, so half of 13.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Yeah. So half of 13 it would be 6. So
Yes.
he takes 6 points of damage. As you know, you
Well,
just. He's just like.
I think I just rested.
He's just like,
so
ah!
I didn't
Yeah.
use the pass that trace on.
All right,
Yeah.
Cass, are you rolling into initiative? You both can roll into initiative. That's fine.
Monster or
15 she got.
Oh, 15? Okay, so
Is he a monster or a beast?
he's considered a he's considered a creature. He's not considered either. So like when you look at a spell, it would say you can enchant charm creature or something. It wouldn't say monster or beast.
So if it's
18.
Okay.
Okay.
Alright.
So it goes the gnome, then Rahoon, then Emerald, then Cass.
17, sorry.
Then you both go at the same time. And then Cass goes last. So now he goes, and he turns and he looks at all 4 of you. Actually 5, because the Frost Giant follows you in. And he's just like, okay.
I immediately run up and kick him.
Okay.
Just straight up punt him like a football.
Okay. So he's gonna let you hit. So go ahead and do damage. Damage.
Oh, okay, just damage. So just unarmed.
And
Unarmored.
don't do it directly into the mic because it blows this all up, and then they hear that.
Sorry. Hey, sorry guys. Sorry about that. Just a D4 of just unarmed damage and stuff. It's 4 plus strength, which would be 5 plus my proficiency, so 8 altogether. That's 12. Good bud.
12. So you hit. So you see as he takes, and you see some blood. And he's like, Emerald, what do you do?
I go up and I get in front of
Rahul?
Rahun, and I'm like,
Telling you the.
No, I understand. I just kind of huff and puff, and I'm like,
meanwhile, I do that with one hand and I'm holding my stomach in the other.
every time my hand hurts the
Yeah.
choose wisely, friend.
He takes your hand. Cass, what do you do?
Help him up.
I'll go up to him and just say, "We're gonna be here for the night.
Good. Okay.
Don't try to attack us, and we won't hurt you."
Okay.
I say that with what's it called? Intimidation.
Sure. Roll an intimidation check.
I'm standing behind her, giving her advantage by mean mugging him.
Sure.
13.
Make advantage roll because I'm assisting you.
29 natural.
29 natural. So he's just like,
I get.
And then I'm gonna go over to Emerald. Wait, would Lesser Restoration help, or do I need to use Cure Wounds? Cure Wounds.
After she walks off from him and I'm standing behind her, mean mugging him, I start walking slowly back up to him after helping him up. And I go, "Is that a fucking hand cannon?"
He just kind of he goes, well, yes, I made it myself.
You fucking made that?
Yes, I am a gnome of tinkering, yes.
One second.
I'm a blacksmith.
That's great, it's not a tinkerer.
Bitch, we still craft shit.
But you don't tinker.
I'll
What does
stab
this
you
mean?
with what I've crafted.
I'll be at the mouth of the cave.
No, I'm sorry. Can you teach me how to make this?
I don't know.
Do you have another one?
Well, yes.
How much?
Gold?
Hold on, let me look it up.
I have gems.
I can't really do anything with gems. No tinkering. You see, he's like all of a sudden his hands like start like he almost starts like rubbing his hands as if like now he's like thinking like all the possibilities that he could possibly try and put together.
What do you mean you can't? Haven't you ever heard of enchantments?
I don't deal with that.
Wisdom
But you can have somebody.
proficiency?
No, okay.
Gems are quite the corrupt.
Too much. I run with combustion. I don't know, but I combust stuff.
Right?
Fire.
Mm-hmm.
Heat.
So
Yes, but more boom.
Concentrated. Right?
Oh, big boom.
Yeah. Kind of like dragon breath.
Actually, I'm working on this. As he like lifts up his shirt, you just
Whoa!
like well, it's like you see as
I
there's
know,
like
I'm just playing.
yeah. As you just see like there's just multiple like just mechanical objects that you don't recognize, and they say he's like they all go boom. He's a walking bomb.
Friend, how long have you been here?
It's like you see he's like pulling down his shirt.
When's the last time you've had a warm bed? When's the last time you didn't have to worry about frost giants? When's the last time you've had a real workshop?
Make a persuasion check. I know what you're trying to do.
Yeah, bud.
I'll say with advantage because you brought in a workshop.
Okay, just persuasion?
Yeah.
That would be 11. So I only have a persuasion of like
Okay.
a couple.
So he just kind of looks and he's like, we talk more in the morning.
Agreed. Can I just look at it?
Oh yeah.
Like a fucking tinker with his tinkers.
And you notice now that you're kind of in the back of the area, you do notice that he does have a small candle. It sits on top of a desk, and then on the wall, which is just dirt, there's like a little portrait of what seems to be just a bunch of tinkering toys.
Nice.
One of which catches your eye. It's that bird that little tinkering little thing that you have.
Yeah.
You see it on there as well.
I just kind of pull it out and compare.
Yeah. Okay. And then so you see as it's just like the portrait, the desk, you see the candle, you see a chair, pretty comfortable chair off to the left-hand side. You can tell that's kind of where he always sits. You can tell it's completely indented and completely used. You can tell that's where he sleeps, that's where he does all his stuff. And that's pretty much it. So you guys pretty much get ready for the night there, or?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Sure.
I'll just kind of expect, not along with his tinkering tool, it's just the infrastructure of this mountain and stuff.
Sure.
Stonework, and make sure it's actually safe to be here.
Make a stonework check. And then for everybody also make a well, sorry, you don't have to make anything. Atreya is gonna start building a fire.
History is what?
Nothing.
Intelligence again?
Yeah. 6, bud.
6. So you take a look. It all looks like walls.
It looks like walls. Looks like good stone.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, we're solid. We're solid.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write a note and I'm gonna give it to the box and ask if the box has anything of Baltimore's. I'll just put it in a little area that.
I don't think he gave the box anything.
I still ask.
I will double check on that, but I don't think he gave anything. And you see as Atreya just kind of lays down and she starts to sleep and snore.
Yes.
That's some great special effects work, bud.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
On point.
He's actually not even being shown right now.
I know.
So.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I'll just post up in the corner and just start thinking back to some memories.
Sure.
And then I'll slowly drift off.
Cool. You see as the frost giant just kind of stays more toward the mouth of the cave. Just kind of minding his own, watching, making sure that, keep him watch if you will.
Yeah, I'm going to eventually just pass out because I haven't actually gotten full rest.
Sure.
I got maybe like a short rest earlier or something like that.
Sure.
So.
Cass?
I'll go over by Atreya. Oh, she's sleeping, isn't she?
She's in and out. Yeah.
Okay, I'm still gonna go over by her. And I'll curl up.
Okay. So you go to sleep?
Something.
He definitely sounds like if a house elf was sleeping, for sure.
Oh yeah.
I
want to turn it off so that way he can like go to sleep, but then like.
Yeah.
Just turn it off. Just
That
turn
was
it off.
just unreal.
Just turn it off. It's done. He's out. He'll either wake up and apologize or.
Hilarious.
So anyway. So everybody goes to sleep except for Emerald.
Well, I kind of rested earlier,
It's up to you.
so I'm just gonna like be cozy and curl up and.
Sure. So only the frost giant's gonna stay awake.
Well, I'm gonna stay up and then I'll go over to the frost giant and be like, "Will you take watch for the rest of our time here? If you need to go to sleep or wake someone up, you know, I'm available, or the others are available."
How much sleep does he need?
I've never asked.
So I tell him that and I go to sleep.
Okay.
Brother, we're asking so much of this frost giant. We barely know anything about him. We've done anything for him.
So everybody falls asleep. And each of you kind of get memories of Baltimore or things that you've done with Baltimore as each of you. Well, we'll start with Emerald. Emerald, you get this feeling just kind of in your dreams. You had this good time with Baltimore and whatnot, and you like subconsciously kind of reach out to Gaia to kind of affirm or deny what you know.
Mm-hmm.
And you get the feeling from Gaia that she kind of nods in agreement that he is no longer on that plane, like he is no longer in existence. So Cass, you kind of thinking back to different times, you yourself actually have somewhat of a difficult time sleeping or meditating. You meditate, you don't really sleep. And you have all these different visions and different type of memories of Baltimore, but the thing that you can't shake off is in every scenario, he dies the same way. In every different path that is taken, he's gone. And there's nothing you can do to bring him back.
Every scenario I plan out with him in my head or whatever.
Rahun, you just kind of think of all the fights that you guys had and just, be like, and then you can't help but know, like a little piece of you down deep, that he's gone.
I will tell you personally that I think Rahun's biggest thing was he would be focusing on that one night at the bar with the guy and the bet that was placed. That would definitely be like it simply because of the fact that like with that then like I saved him so easily. So it's just like I'm thinking about like I could have been there with my ring again, like
That's true. Yeah.
so that's my main focus is I'm probably gonna keep replaying that in my head over and
Kind of
over
like I
again.
could have been there kind of thing.
Yeah.
Cass, you also noticed that Atreya also is, tossing and turning, having nightmares that she does.
I kind of want to, like, at some point, since we're both having a hard time sleeping, I just kind of want to tap her awake.
Okay, yeah, she
Little
would.
bit.
She's a,
And just say in between sleep, there was nothing we could do right. It's none of our fault.
yeah, I know.
Do you have anything of his? That I could have? I mean, like a small little piece.
I don't know if Atreya act like out of game. I don't know if she has anything. I don't think she just kind of looks my blood. She would say something like that.
That's true.
Sister, I don't need any of that. Go back to sleep.
We might be able to find something in the Elven Kingdom, or my mom might have something, like a baby blanket or something.
Okay.
So she rolls and she goes back to sleep. Okay. So each of you kind of find rest as best as you can. As you will all wake to what's the sound of a hand cannon going off. But that's what we'll end tonight before we get in, because next week's episode could very well be the dragon fight.
Nice.
Because you are not that far out.
It can't be next week.
Oh.
Because I can't be here next week.
Make a mini fight.
Make a mini fight. Just make a little.
Make a fluffer. Fluffer.
So anyway, we appreciate you guys. Hey, thank you to all the people that subbed. That was ridiculously awesome just to have that type of success out on our first stream with the affiliation. We appreciate that. Also, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody you know, tell your dogs, families, wives, brothers, moms, son. So that if they have an Amazon Prime account, they do get a free sub, and we would be honored to have that if you would. So anyway, have fun, be out there, go enjoy your week. We will see you next week here on Epic Interactions. You all keep epic. And we'll see you next week.
See you guys.